You work your whole life, day in and day out. You punch the clock, take care of your family, pay your dues. You sacrifice, you save, you believe in the American dream. You raise kids who become adults. You help them through school, maybe even college. You do your best. You pay off your mortgage. Maybe, if you're lucky, you give everything you've got. And all that time, you're told, one day, you'll retire. You'll finally rest. You'll enjoy the fruits of your labor. But then the day comes, and for millions of older Americans, that promise feels broken. Retirement was supposed to be freedom, but for many, it's fear. It's opening the fridge and wondering how to stretch one bag of groceries another week. It's staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering, what if I get sick? What if the rent goes up again? What happens if the car breaks down and I can't afford to fix it? And maybe worst of all, it's feeling like you did everything right, and it still wasn't enough. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on what no one talks about: financial stress in retirement, the silent struggle of our elders. Because behind those quiet smiles, there's often a storm of worry, a storm that no one wants to talk about, but that so many silently endure. This is more than a crisis, it's a silent epidemic. Let's talk about the dream, the classic American vision of retirement. A cozy home, sometime on the porch, maybe a road trip or two, a quiet life, a comfortable life, time for hobbies, grandchildren, peace. But the truth? For a growing number of retirees in America, that dream is slipping further and further away. Most retirees live on fixed incomes, Social Security, and maybe a small pension if they were fortunate enough to have one. But many weren't. Many worked jobs that didn't offer retirement benefits. Many stayed home to raise families or worked gig jobs or small businesses that didn't come with a safety net. Let's look at the numbers. The average Social Security check in the US is about $1,800 a month. Meanwhile, average rent in many American cities is well over $1,500. In some cities, it's closer to $2,000. And that doesn't include utilities, groceries, medications, car expenses, or insurance. Many seniors still pay for life insurance, supplemental Medicare plans, and even support family members. Now factor in inflation. Everything from eggs to electricity is more expensive than ever, but retirees' income stays the same. It's like trying to run a marathon while the road keeps stretching. No matter how hard they try, they can't seem to catch up. For many, it's a choice every month: medicine or food, rent or gas. There is no wiggle room, no room for error, no breathing room. And for those who don't own their home, who didn't get to save much, who maybe lived paycheck to paycheck for decades, it's not just hard, it's terrifying. The American retirement dream has become, for many, a quiet daily nightmare. But here's something you might not know. Most of them won't tell you they're struggling. They won't ask for help. They won't say, "I'm drowning." Why? Because they've been taught to be strong, to survive, to not burden anyone. They lived through hard times, wars, recessions, layoffs. They were raised to believe in self-reliance. And now, they hide their suffering with quiet dignity. Let me tell you about James, a 78-year-old veteran from Ohio. He worked 40 years at a local plant, raised 3 kids, always paid his bills. But now, his pension dried up when the company went bankrupt. His Social Security barely covers rent. He eats toast and can soup most nights. He won't tell his kids, doesn't want to be a problem, doesn't want them to worry. And Susan, a 71-year-old widow in Florida, she sold her wedding ring last year to pay for dental work. But she told her family she just misplaced it. Every month she skips medications because they're too expensive. She keeps her AC off in summer to save on power. She goes to bed early just to avoid thinking about dinner. This is happening across the country, and most of us don't even know it. These are not isolated stories. These are the hidden stories of retirement in America. These are people who gave everything and now sit in silence, afraid to ask for help, ashamed of a system that promised more and delivered less. The worst part about financial stress in retirement is not just about money. It's about fear. It's about shame. It's about feeling left behind. when someone has worked their whole life and still can't afford a decent life in their 70s. It breaks something inside. They start to withdraw. They stop going out. They avoid doctor visits, family gatherings, even phone calls. They shrink their world to stay afloat. They feel embarrassed, humiliated. They don't want people to know how bad it's gotten. They don't want pity. And they definitely don't want to ask for handouts. They see their peers on cruises or posting pictures with grandkids and feel like they've failed. The mental health toll is immense. Depression in older adults is rising. Anxiety is widespread. Many feel like they're just waiting, not living. And it gets even harder when they feel alone. When society treats them like their time is up, like they're no longer useful, no longer valuable. That's not just unfair, it's inhumane. They deserve dignity. They deserve peace. They deserve to feel seen. Behind every wrinkled hand is a lifetime of stories. Behind every quiet face is a heart full of hope, fear, love, and regret. So how did we get to this point? The retirement system in America has changed drastically over the decades. Pensions are almost extinct, depend on volatile markets. Wages didn't keep up with the cost of living. Housing prices exploded. And healthcare? It's one of the biggest expenses seniors face. Then there's the caregiving crisis. Many older adults are still supporting adult children or even grandchildren. Some spent their savings helping loved ones during hard times or paying for their spouse's care. Others took early retirement due to illness or layoffs. All of it adds up. It drains savings. It builds stress. And when disaster strikes, like a spouse passing away, a medical emergency, or a rent hike, the entire house of cards falls apart. There's no safety net, and the system isn't built to catch them. The dream of golden years has become a daily hustle for survival. That's the truth, and it's one we can no longer ignore. If we don't act now, more and more of our elders will face their final years in fear, not freedom. So what now? How do we fix this? First, see them. Really see the elders around you. Ask questions. Visit more. Listen more. Don't assume someone is fine just because they're quiet. Second, support them. That might mean helping with a bill, or driving them to the doctor, or just helping them navigate technology. Sometimes just a simple act of kindness can change someone's entire week. Third, advocate. Speak up. Vote for leaders who protect Social Security, Medicare, affordable housing, and elder care. Demand better safety nets. Fourth, educate yourself. Learn what programs exist, local food banks, senior aid, rent assistance, and share that knowledge. Help connect people to the help they deserve. And finally, honor them. Not just with words, but with actions. They built this country. They raised us. They gave everything they had. They deserve dignity, not desperation. They deserve security, not survival. To every elder watching this, you are not invisible. You are not forgotten. And to the rest of us, let's rise to meet this moment. Let's build a society that doesn't abandon its elders, but protects them, respects them, honors them. If this video moved you, please like, comment, and share. Help us break the silence. Help us bring this conversation into the light. Because retirement should be a time of peace, not fear. And no one deserves to grow old feeling afraid.